Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as we are 16 away from 200. And let's get going as I've talked about this topic before, and it's about PHILLIP Broberg. Now, Broberg, Holland said there's a really good chance that he stays in Europe for another season before coming to Bakersfield and possibly making the Oilers. Well, now we got confirmation that he has actually made the World Junior team for Sweden, and he is actually being joined with Rasmus Sandin and Tobias Bornfoot. Probably said that wrong. Not really good at saying Swedish names. But so that brings us to our video. What if Broberg shines in this World Juniors? What if he has a great World Juniors? I'm not talking about, scoring 10 goals and 5 assists and leading everyone in points. I'm saying, what about, yeah, he scores, but defensively, when Holland drafted him, Holland came out and said basically he's an elite skater, but his game is not there yet. Like, it's not, he hasn't proved himself, but it's getting there. And then a lot of scouts had actually Broberg going, 13th to 18th, actually, not 8th to the Edmonton Oilers. Now that begs the question, okay, so this was only a year and some ago now, and that was Holland's first ever pick. And we know from Detroit, looking at Holland when it comes to, overseas players from Europe, Holland's pretty good at picking the right ones. Let's say when he drafted Broberg too, there was a lot of talk that, Broberg could be the next somewhat like Lindstrom, the way he plays. And then we had the play-in round. Well, Broberg played the exhibition game against Calgary, so other guys could sit. Holland and Tippett liked him so much they kept him on the practice roster to get better. And I believe his game is complete. Now, back to the World Juniors, because that's basically this topic and if Broberg can make a stand. Even if Sweden, which I hope Canada, of course, wins gold, so if Sweden wins silver, bronze, fourth place, you got to look at the bigger picture. Now, they are in a tough group. Broberg's going to have his work cut out for him because they have the USA, they have Russia, and they have the Czech Republic. Sweden is in a hard group, and this could be where Broberg shines. I'm not saying he won't, I'm not saying he will, but playing against top teams like those three I just said that have proved themselves in the World Juniors, and if they make it to the out of the round robin to the quarterfinals, they might have to play Canada, they might have to play Finland. Broberg's gonna have a lot on his plate, and that can show the Edmonton Oilers where PHILLIP Broberg is at in his development. Because these guys, you don't just go play for Team Canada just because they need people. They try to take the best of the best from that country. Yeah, some players decline because, with COVID and stuff and, injuries looming, they don't want to hurt themselves anymore. Of course, but if you get invited and you make the World Junior team, that means the World Junior coach and GM or however it is there saw some potential in you. And this is Broberg's third time going to the World Juniors. So let's take a look at his stats before we get into this. So he played in the World Juniors under 18 team for Sweden. The same year he played in the World Juniors under 20. So in the under 18, he had 7 games played with 6 points, 2 goals, 4 assists, and 6 penalty minutes. Well, then he goes and plays International Junior. Then he goes to World Juniors under 20 camp. He gets invited. And that is, he plays 4 games. He has 1 assist. And the big number in those 4 games is 0 penalty minutes. So then you go to last year, it's World Juniors under 20. 7 games played, 1 assist, 4 penalty minutes. So I'm just saying, if you look at his progression, you look at his stats in general, all his stats, they get better every year. This is going to be his third under 20 World Juniors because he was a rookie in the first one. And if you look at his stats now, 15 games played, 1 goal, 4 assists for 5 points and 4 penalty minutes. His discipline is insane. Like, you can't ask for a better defenseman with that discipline. And so, going back to the World Juniors, okay, he's going to play a lot of good guys. We know that. I don't know who exactly is on all those teams. I haven't looked that up. But we know it's going to be the best of the best from that country. Just like how the Olympics are. Best of the best. We don't take, I don't know. We don't take a Pierre-Luc Dubois over Crosby. It just doesn't happen. Because Crosby, no offense to Pierre-Luc Dubois, is better, and so Team Canada, of course, wants him. So this World Juniors, I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching Dylan Hathaway. I'm going to watch PHILLIP Broberg. Probably Broberg more than not. But of course, I'm watching Team Canada. Just to see where this guy's development is. Because the game I watched against Calgary, he did go up against NHL players and stood his ground. I think he did take a penalty once, but overall, for his first technically playing against NHL guys, and Calgary put basically all their starters out, he held his ground on that third pairing. And with the mentorship of Russell, Russell is a good mentor. He is slowing down with his age for playing. Broberg could be in the NHL next year. I know Holland said, well, it's a really good possibility, but I don't see it. I see Broberg coming to the Edmonton Oilers training camp. I see him getting an invitation to their training camp, of course, and making a statement. That's why I believe there is more to it than just him staying in Europe. Yeah, would his Europe team like him to stay in Europe? Probably. Would Holland prefer it? But if he comes back and says, look, I'm ready for my shot, and then you have Broberg and Bouchard fighting for a spot, then you add Jones into the mix. This is what us Edmonton Oilers fans have been waiting for a long time, for our D to finally have competition to make the lineup. It hasn't been there for who knows when. It's been quite a while since we had a bunch of rookies or younger guys wanting to make the team. So let me know what you think. Like, do you guys think the World Juniors will have an impact on, if Broberg gets invited to the training camp or his development? Let me know in the comments. I'll catch you guys on the next one.